Okay.
Okay, good evening. I'm glad you all are here with us tonight. I'm excited to talk to you about the raindrop technique and the new training that I'm working on, the vibrational raindrop, which is done with tuning forks. But first I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I've been in Young Living since 2014. And I have kind of at the very beginning, I went through the CARE program, which is the Center for Aromatherapy Research and Education, to learn how to do the raindrop. And it includes the chemistry of the oils. It includes Vitaflex, includes oils of the Bible, emotional release. Am I forgetting anything? I can't. I think but it's pretty. It's an all day Friday, Saturday, Sunday intense weekend. And if you ever get a chance and are interested, it's really, really a great training. In fact, I've done it twice because I did it once, and then like 3 years later, I decided that I wanted to do it again. And they usually have it, in like Edmond or Wellston a couple, 3 times a year. So of course right now they can't do that, but it's a wonderful program. And so wanted to tell you a little bit about that. And for some of you that don't know about the raindrop, I'll give a little bit of information about the raindrop. There's a kit that has all the 9 oils. I don't know if it's called the raindrop kit, and it has everything that you need to give a raindrop. There are a lot of, I'm not doing the procedure, but you can YouTube it. There's all kinds of training in your desk reference. There's tells you how to do it. So you don't have to be perfect with it. It's just getting the oils on your body. And I'm also going to teach you how to do some, there's like 2 or 3 different ways that you can do it yourself. So I'm going to talk about those. But first I'll tell you a little bit, for those that don't know, what the raindrop technique is. And it was developed by our founder, Dr. Gary Young, during the 1980s, based on his knowledge of essential oils, of their antimicrobial effects, coupled with the generation of electrical energy in the body. So the raindrop technique is a method of applying therapeutic grade essential oils to the feet, back, spine, using special techniques such as Vitaflex and some feathered finger stroking and dropping of the oils in raindrop fashion onto the back. And the 9 oils that are in the kit are all very strong, great oil, especially for this time of what's happening in our world today. I'll just briefly go over a little bit about each of the oils. Valor, everybody I think knows Valor, but it really helps to balance the body's electricity. So that's the first oils that we use. Oregano is a very powerful antimicrobial. Thyme is an antiseptic and enhances your immune and supports the body's natural defenses. Basil helps to relax both your voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. And wintergreen supports your joints and your skeletal structure. Marjoram helps to relax both the involuntary muscles and the voluntary muscles. It kind of helps to soothe the nerves. And then cypress is supportive of the circulatory and lymph systems. Peppermint helps with digestive system, respiratory, and nervous. There's a muscle relaxing blend called Aromaseas, which is really good for tight muscles. And then you have a soothing massage blend included. It's called Ortho Ease, and it has a lot of oils in in the massage oil itself. So I have used that a lot of times as a carrier oil when I'm making like my immune roll-on. So it's really powerful in itself. But all 9 of those oils are just really, really powerful. And Gary chose those for a reason when he was coming up with this technique. And there's also a technique that you use when you're doing the raindrop. It's called VitaFlex. And VitaFlex is an electrical energy is generated when you do the VitaFlex, and it's generated with the pressure of the pads of your fingers onto the skin. And it's then released along the nerve pathways when the electrical current is broken as the fingertips roll over onto the fingernails. So I'll show you that when I'm kind of showing you how to work on your feet, but it's really helps the energy get going through the body. In the raindrop technique, essential oils are applied with the VitaFlex onto the spine reflex points and on the soles of the feet. And then there's one's called the thumb VitaFlex, and that's applied along the spine. So it's the motion for the VitaFlex that you do is you just kind of do a pad. You go up on the top and then your nail, and quick like that. And that motion is what stimulates your currency in your body to get moving. I posted in the group a picture of the VitaFlex foot chart, and so I find it's really a good one because it shows all the organs. And so that's why when you apply oils to your feet, they can really helps you. Well, it works with your organs. So I'm going to show you how to apply the oils along the spine on the foot. So I'll show you where that is. So with that being said, I'll talk a little bit about the vibrational raindrop, and then I'll tell you about the 3 different ways to apply the raindrop to yourself. I've just recently learned the vibrational raindrop technique, and it uses a set of planetary classic vibrational tuning forks. And this technique was created by Christy Bonds Garrett, who is an MD, in 2011. And she is an integrative medical doctor since 1995. And she is in Young Living, but she combines herbs, essential oils, and tuning forks with Western medicine to help bring her patients to a better internal balance. And she recently completed a 2-year fellowship in integrative medicine through the University of Arizona under the direction of Dr. Andrew Weil, I think W-E-I-L. He's written a lot of books and is pretty famous. So I thought that was really fascinating. So what is a vibrational raindrop? It uses tuning forks to add the power of the vibration to the healing energy of the essential oils. So the tuning forks are used in pairs to create intervals of sound. And I can post a picture of piano keys, and it kind of gives you an idea. I'm not musically inclined, but those of you that are might find it interesting to see where those notes come from. This is, let me get this real quick. This is the book that she wrote. It's called, I know that's probably back, it's called Vibrational Raindrop, and it's got a lot of great information. Dr. Christy Bonds wrote this book, and this is what I use for my training. But one of the things with the vibrational raindrop is that Jonathan Goldman has an equation that that relates frequency to healing. So the intervals of the tuning forks that are used represent the frequency term. And then the intention is represented by the choice of the specific oils that are used. And one of the things in the vibrational raindrop is you use all of those oils, but you don't have to use as many drops of the oils that you do with a regular raindrop. And so because the tuning forks help to really drive in the oils. So intention, and then healing is your desired outcome. So you have the tuning forks plus essential oils that equals your healing or your desired outcome. And the vibrational raindrop technique supports the human energy field or your biofield that we all have that surrounds our body. The 10 tuning forks that are used in this vibrational raindrop are specifically chosen to allow a full spectrum of musical intervals to be toned. And the tuning forks are placed on certain acupuncture points on your body, which helps your chi or your energy force to open up and flow. And so when we are in dis-ease, we have blocked energy. So when we open our energy, get it flowing, is when we get better. So, and one of the other things I also love about the vibrational raindrop is that you can add crystals or gemstones to the tuning forks. And so all of my favorite things in the whole world are all combined into one treatment. It's like, ah! So by adding the crystals or the gemstones to the sound vibration, it adds qualities that are traditionally associated with that specific gemstone or crystal that you are using. If people aren't familiar, there's a lot of information out there about crystals and which ones are really healing for different things. I have right now a couple that I use. I have a quartz, clear quartz, and an amethyst. And when I do the vibrational raindrop, it's interesting because people can tell the difference between the amethyst and the clear quartz crystal, because the clear quartz crystal really has a high vibration, so they can really feel it up their body. And the gemstones resonate with specific neuroendocrine centers, so they intensify the intention by using the appropriate gemstone on above associated chakra. And those of you that don't really know what chakras are, those are energy centers of your body. So there are 7 primary chakras, and they correspond to a different area of the body and a different emotional and spiritual need for optimum health. So we are all made up of energy, and which is constantly vibrating. So it's how God made us. And so when you're feeling good, like I said, your frequency is really high. And when you're sad or sick, it's low. So that's why it's so important to do different things to help you raise your frequency so that you're in better optimum health. So it's crystals have energies, oils have energies, you have frequency, tuning forks have energy or frequency. So the combination of all of those things is what makes the vibrational raindrop so amazing. And I don't know if you can see the tuning forks. There's different kinds, but I've got the crystals on the ends of these. And I'll see if you can hear. I have a little pad that I hit the tuning forks on. I don't know. You probably can't hear it. Barry, can you hear it? No. You'll just have to experience it sometime. But it's pretty amazing. So I just have I've been thrilled about the Raindrop, but when I heard about the vibrational raindrop training, which Nikki had posted about, I was like, oh, I was so excited. So I'm doing that. So are there any questions? I'm going to go into, excuse me, the 3 ways that you can the 3 ways that you can do some self-application. Hey, Regina. So let's see. One of them, I think Nikki had posted, there was a girl from Hong Kong that was putting the oils on her feet. And I don't know if I can, I think we can post that in the group. But what she did was, she took all of the oils from the kit and just did them, you know, in order. And she just had her feet. I don't know if y'all can see. Can you see my feet? So what she did was she had her feet together. And then she would just drop 2 to 3 drops on her feet. And then she just rubbed them together like that. Yeah. And so she didn't even touch her feet with her hands. But she just did that with all of the oils. And that's one way that you can do. And this right here is your spine. So when in the raindrop technique, you know, we always start on the feet. So I'm putting all the oils on your spine, and then you flip over and I do the spine on your back. But this is how you can do it yourself. So that was I had not seen that one before, so that was pretty cool. And then Dr. Peter Minke, M-I-N-K-E, he has, what he does is he adds, puts it in a roller ball, just reuses one of your, like if you've used all of this oregano, he puts, let's see, what did he do? He put, I forget how many. Oh yeah, he put 2 to 3. What did he do? Oh yeah, he put 10 drops of each of the 9 oils in a bottle, Dr. Minke. And then he has you put them on just with the roller ball. You could do them individually, or you could put them all in the roller ball if you wanted to do it that way. But he was showing the pad tip nail. I don't know if we can do that, but you just do this all the way up, all the way, and make sure you go all the way to the top of the toe. But he started at the bottom and did that all the way up and then all the way across. So that's what he showed. So you could, you know, put all of the 9 oils together and do that, or you could do them individually and do that, just depending on the time. They're still going to get into your system and it's going to work. He didn't dilute, but if you had kids, I would want to make sure that if you did, you used your V6 or your carrier oil, because the oregano and thyme are hot oils. So so that's what Dr. Minke, and I can post his link underneath, so you have that to see, and he has a video so you can see how it's done. Then let's see. Oh, and then this was another great way that I just learned about. Lindsay Elmore has a raindrop detox bath. So what she does is she has you have 6 cups of Epsom salts, and then she adds 10 drops of each of the 9 oils in there and stores it in a big glass container, and then she'll take a bath with it and just scoop out 1 to 2 cups and puts that in the bath. And I've got her link that I can post in the group too, that she talks about. It's a blog post, but I thought that was really a great way to be able to do it to yourself, other than just, you know, putting them on your feet. And there's really no wrong way. If you didn't do, you know, the VitaFlex, if you just rubbed it on, it's fine. You're going to get the oils in your body, which is the most important thing. So, I think that's it, unless anybody has any questions. Nikki, do you have any questions? Did I cover everything?
You're amazing. And I would just say, like, I went and got a vibrational raindrop when I was in Oklahoma City about a little over a month ago. And I had just come off of shingles. I mean, I had been clear of shingles for many weeks, but I was still, my energy was still really low. And so I got a vibrational raindrop with Diane. And number one, when she did the 2 different tuning forks, which you're not being poked at all. Like, you're not being poked at all, but you hear this beautiful vibrational sound, and it's very low. It's not anything ringing. It's very low and just relaxing. And then she put the tuning forks right at the bottom of your foot, with the crystal touching the bottom of your foot. And I could feel the energy, the vibration going all the way up my leg. And the one crystal, which one was the stronger one?
Clear quartz.
The clear quartz was twice as strong as the other one.
Yeah, it was amethyst.
Okay, as the amethyst. Yeah. And the
clear quartz was really.
Yes. And I had really been struggling with sleep, just because of my nerves from shingles. And for a week after that raindrop, I slept straight through the night, you guys. Straight through the night, no nerve issues. It was so relaxing and calming for my nervous system, and also a really big boost to my immune system. So I'm a huge fan of it. Again, just like Diane said, you know, we don't have tuning forks at home, so we're going to use the power of the oils. But if you're in the Oklahoma City area, like, I've got a couple people here in Kansas City that are wanting to be trained by Diane, because not a lot of people are trained in this method. So if you're in the Oklahoma City area, this would be a really good, and I don't know just right now if she's still doing it, but she can talk about that in a minute. But you know, once things level out, it would be a really good thing for you to reach out to her to boost your immune system, and just for lots of other things. It's wonderful for emotional support for people that have dealt with trauma. The raindrop is really a whole body aid. So that's one thing. And then, I've had regular raindrop before. Regular raindrop is amazing and phenomenal, really great for, like, my daughter has a curvature in her spine, and I went through care also, and I had my care instructor give Abby a full raindrop, because I give my daughters raindrops mama style, you know, but a full raindrop. And you guys, she grew by 1 inch. And I had that done in care, and I grew by 1 inch also, which doesn't mean you're growing. It means that your spine is literally straightening. And so there's amazing benefits to it. I wasn't sore at all, but it really helps to align your spine. And just like what Diane was saying, it's when our body's frequency is higher, we are healthier, right? And so there's just so many benefits. And if you're brand new to this and are thinking, what in the world, just be open to it, and just keep learning and reading, and just be open to the idea that it really is such a great technique just to know about, you know. So that's my 2 cents. But
yeah, and I will also post, there's another raindrop in a bottle, and it uses more more oil drops than Dr. Minky did, but I can post that too. But Yeah, it's just, and like he suggested too, if you're new and you haven't gotten the Raindrop kit and you get your Raindrop kit, he suggests that you just take each bottle out and experience each oil and just put, 1 or 2 drops in your hands, activate it, and just inhale it. And he even said that, like, if you're doing one at a time up your foot, to just kind of experience it and inhale it and then put it on your feet and then go to the next one. But he talked about the one where he just put all the oils together if you were in a hurry and didn't have time. But I think we all have a little more time now.
Yes. Yes.
Just
well,
say.
Yeah. And I will say just one more thing. And then if anybody else wants to say something, people ask me a lot, can't I just do the roller all the time? And what I believe is a roller is great for preventative, but if you are really not feeling well and you're needing extra support, you need drops and drops and drops and drops. And that's why the Raindrop is there. It's for helping with issues. A roller is fantastic for preventative every day. Roll up and down your spine before bed when you first wake up. But when you're not feeling good, you need multiple drops. So,
right. That's good. So, I mean, I hope that was explained everything pretty well.
It was so good. Does anybody have any questions or comments?
Hi,
Hey there, Diane. I have had a couple of Raindrops from Diane, and shortly after Nikki did hers, I asked Diane to do the vibrational one, and I wasn't so sure about it, but I knew Diane, and I knew that I was fine going to her, and I went and had it. And guys, it was amazing. You really should. On one side, it went all the way up my body and I could feel it. On the other side, didn't go up as far, all the way up my leg. But so, there's stuff I still need to work on. Surprise. But it was amazing. And it did not hurt. Yeah. I think some people might think that it might, but no, it was amazing and very interesting. Diane is fantastic. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you. I just enjoy doing it. It's a wonderful, especially like I said, this time, what's happening in the world, these oils are so powerful. So, get them on your body frequently.
Awesome. Anybody else? Comments, questions? Okay. Well, you guys know how to reach Diane. If you are, in the Oklahoma area, then you can reach out to her by Facebook. If you're not and just have some questions, she probably wouldn't mind if they sent you a message. Okay.
No, I don't mind at all. No.
Okay. So we just encourage you guys, you don't have to be an expert. I did Raindrop many years before I took care or any professional training. And just like what Diane said, just get the oils on your kiddos, get them on your husband, have your husband put them on yourself, or do it yourself. All right.
And I'll post that link from Lindsay Elmore and then
Minky.
Yeah, Minky.
Awesome.
And then that Raindrop in a bottle, there's a recipe for that. So I'll put it on there. So.
Thank you so much.
Hey,
awesome.
You're welcome.
Yay.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. This was so fun. Okay. Well, thank you guys for taking your time out of your evening. And we will see you. We're going to try to be doing these continuing education Zooms for a while throughout the spring. So just be on the lookout for more. So Diane, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you. Y'all stay well.
Yep.
Healthy.
Yep, that's right. Okay. Bye, guys.
Bye.